We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Hell yes, I get to ride the dragon.
What the hell's wrong with you people?
I know Kung Fu.
Tank, you want to switch? You want to switch?
No, I'm good. I got it.
Stay down. I could do this all day.
If you had to transform into one mythical creature and then get married to a different mythical creature.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Maximum effort.
How about a magic trick?
HR.
Not an animal.
HR. Is HR.
Somebody call HR down here.
That man is playing Gallagher.
Wow, 2 sneezes and welcome to the Nerds from Work, your weekly escape into the world of geeks, nerds, and people with terrible, terrible allergies. I'm Jason, and with me as always, I've got Josh Tankersley.
What up?
Naruik Bajay.
Good, y'all.
Fucking read.
He's drinking a can of Raid, for those of you who are not watching this. Brandon Miller.
Hello.
And we've kidnapped our favorite cosplayer, Skitzafranik, Mr. Smith.
What is going on, y'all?
Besides,
So, before we even get started, because I'm dying of thirst,
Yeah.
drink the Raid. Drink the Raid. Tank and I went on the Botch podcast, and they ate dog food.
They did. That was great.
Drink Raid, Nuru.
good thing this is not the Bosch podcast.
Yeah, we have to one-up them.
No, we don't. Yes, we do. Those guys are nuts.
Whatever. Tank, what have you been up to this week?
I will drink ready if you get naked.
Shut up, nerd. It's my turn.
Whoa.
So I watched Rising of a Shield Hero, which is a dope anime, and now I really want to read the light novels. My little brother is trying to start DMing the Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign for some of his friends, and he wants me to play with it because neither one of his friends have ever really played before. And so he's like, "Hey, you should come play so that we don't all die." So I may start another game with my little brother. So you can't have too much Dungeons and Dragons. So
I think you can.
no, nope.
No?
Okay.
Especially the 3 hours I spent getting caught up on Critical Role this week. Because that shit's...
half an episode?
Yeah. Especially because this week's they went like an hour long, so this was like a 5.5 hour episode.
That's nice.
And yeah, that shit's this shit's so good. So yeah, dude, anime, Dungeons and Dragons, and drawing. I've been drawing a lot actually.
Saw that on your social media.
Yeah. It's been I did a fun little mash 2 Pokemon together thing. It was pretty fun.
Dude, okay. So I saw your link, right? Like your Shogun link.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do Shogun Mario. Kudos to you for actually doing stuff. Because I had it all planned out in my head, and then I got home, and then the baby was crying, and my wife was like, Jason, can you do this? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Totally did not draw Shogun Mario. But I thought it would be super funny to do that.
Yeah. I'm just mad that I suck at hands and didn't get to add the sword, but that's okay.
No, I think it's really cool though that you're drawing stuff that's way outside of what you've been drawing though. I have been drawing this. Literally, Jason will tell you the exact same character basically for 20 years of my life. But I don't go outside of my comfort zone to try to draw other things unless it's I forced myself to when I got my job in the industry to draw shoes because I thought a lot of them were trash, but then I couldn't turn around and draw one better. So that's the only reason I can draw shoes now.
Yeah.
But you're doing that with a way broader brush, and that's fucking tight.
I found this channel called Drawfee on YouTube, and it's these three the three main artists. I think they have some web comic and some other stuff, but they do a daily 30-minute show where they take a challenge or something, and each one of them takes 10 minutes and draws a thing. So they mashed Pokemon, or they drew Link in 3 different styles, and they do all these different challenges, and they're 3 incredibly good artists. And I was like, you know what? So I'm gonna start doing some different stuff. So that's why I was doing the Pokemon stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Rue, what have you been up to? Except going down Old Town Road. Take my horse to Old Town Road.
Obviously,
Ride until I can't no more.
As you saw, I was receiving my award yesterday at the MTV Music Video Awards. So yeah, there was that.
He broke a
With
ton
your
of
Nickelodeon hat?
Yeah, man.
Kids Choice Award, bro.
Hey, look.
Did you get slime?
Show me yours. And I don't mean that the way you think I mean it, Tank.
Yes, you do. That's okay.
Totally meant it the way you meant it.
100%.
Grinder, look out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I got into this week. I was like, I have a perfectly semi-legal site where I sometimes read comic books. And
Like I said, semi-legal.
Yeah. Let me preface this.
I was looking through it and I stumbled on
Legal in Russia.
I stumbled on the comic book for the Altered Carbon.
Oh,
Really?
dope.
Nice.
Yeah, that's sick.
I gotta tell you, the comic book is not based on any of the novels which I'm yet to read or listen to, and it's also not based on the Netflix show. But it's the same story, the same concept. Casey Kovacs. I can tell you this much: that comic book had me so engrossed. I went back and looked at it again. I hope they take some of the stuff that happens there into actually making the show. It was amazing. The story was amazing. I highly recommend it. Like, I will literally look it up and buy it now just because it was that good. It was a trade paperback they did sometime in March, I think, and they made some noise about it, but most people were too focused on, the actual series to pay attention.
Right.
And that was a mistake. Like, literally, you want to go back and find that and look it up. Second thing I've been doing is catching up to the X-Men series. They're doing a whole reinvention with the Powers of X and House of X storyline. It is mind-blowing stuff. I tell you this much. The Powers of X and House of X stories they're writing are so complex. I literally, you sometimes have to stop, go back and read it again because, like, this guy is reinventing everything we ever thought about the X-Men. Totally. Like, there's some fundamental changes. And it's true to the characters, but it's elevating the entire X-Men world. So I can't wait to see where it goes next. And there's one every week. Like House of X is every 2 weeks. Powers of X is alternating. So you always have one to kind of catch up on.
Nice.
Good stuff. So that's basically been my week. Besides, pissing off the wife and having her make me.
That's your life. That's not your week.
Yo, Blazing Defender just said Hickman is the shit, so thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
What's the shit?
Hickman is the shit. Hickman?
No,
Hey,
Hickman
rules.
Like,
For all things comic book, guys. For all things comic book, if you were listening to this show, check out the other show, the Blazing Defender Report, put on by Travis. The guy is massive.
Did you just forget his last name?
He basically bullied us. No, that's Jones.
Okay. The way you're like, Travis. His show is awesome.
You can't really make two basic names sound awesome. Like,
basic white boy names, like.
yeah, like, oh, you have no room to talk.
put you in the
We're in
head.
the same boat.
Yeah, I have a special line at the airport, and Travis has to stand in that line with me. It's for people whose names could be fake.
Yeah.
That's a real line, dude.
That is a real line, and I
I
stand in
didn't
it.
there when we went overseas.
Yeah, they put us in a special line.
Wow.
And my wife was like, why?
20% of getting fake passports for or something.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
they thought our passports were fake. I was
That's
like, no.
incredible.
Mason Miller, Travis Jones.
So it didn't really help that my picture was from when I was like 15.
So like 3 years ago?
I went to Vegas, and this is a true story. I went to Vegas. The lady looked at my ID, and I went for work, and I went with two other guys, and their names were Matt Brown, and then I can't remember the other guy's name, but just like Jason Miller and Matt Brown, right? She looked at our IDs, and she's like, "Wow, really, guys?" And we're like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "You could not come up with better names than Jason Miller and Matt Brown.
Wow.
These are the most basic name. If you're gonna have fake IDs, you really need." And we were like, and we pulled out our credit cards, and we're like, "Those are our real names."
Wow.
She was like, "I am so sorry." Like,
That's. Yeah.
is my name that generic? So I'm sorry, Travis. But anyway, sidetrack, rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
For all things comic book related, everything for the X-Men, everything going on today in the world of comic books, check out the Blazing Defender Report. Let's bring that back. All right, Brandon, what have you been up to this week, dude?
I started working on my new model, my Gundam model.
El Gondamo.
I went and bought a new X-Acto knife, and I was like, oh look, this one has a diamond blade, and I fucking just sliced my hand. That's so hard.
Well, we can't trust you with pointy things, dude.
I wasn't like doing anything crazy. No, you just like use it to do like this, like break the little nuts off, and it just kept hitting my finger, and then one just stuck in, and I was like tight. My other one was like sharp enough.
Like this.
Oh, man. No, man.
Don't do like this. Like this.
I wasn't. I was literally just holding it doing this.
Yeah, we can't trust you with that.
Jesus.
But my other one was like literally any razor was never sharp enough to like cut through the pad of my thumb. These I backed the whatever Z blade or whatever. Like sharp. Yeah, they are sharp. Find blood everywhere. And then I finished my tier 1 Dungeons and Dragons campaign for Adventures League. Everybody almost died. The only reason we lived was because I rolled a nat 20 on a death save and got up and as a wizard just daggered some guy next to me. That was like mind controlling the other guys, so it worked out.
Wow.
Yeah, because the only person left was Alex, was the only character up. And the dude had like 200 health or something nuts.
Jesus.
With like a magic sword that broke any weapons if he hit you. So like my wand broke, so I couldn't cast anything that needed a
a focus. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was it severely kept the spells I could cast. So I daggered him.
Nice.
It worked out. So that was cool. That's kind of it. Those are like kind of the highlights, I guess. Been watching like Vinland Saga, but it's one of those things where you just watch one a week and then you're like depressed. Oh, I've been watching a shit ton of BattleBots, dude.
I see those videos come across on Facebook all the time.
Dude, the show is back now. It's like really cool how it's set up. It's set up like the actual like sports bracket where you like fight world champion. Or the old ones, it was just like everybody fights everybody.
Yeah.
Didn't really.
Why do kids watch the show? They like it so much.
BattleBots is tight.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Like technology is so much further than it was in the '90s, in like the late.
The little like humanoid robots.
Well, yeah. Well, do you remember like when we watched it? Was that '99, 2000, 2001?
Metabots, bro.
Yeah, like
Metabots.
The ones that just were like just a wedge could like hold their own and actually could beat people.
Oh, they still can.
No.
Yeah, dude. Toro is fucking dope.
No.
The drums are.
No. It's a vertical spinner that's that's like this.
Deep rabbit hole.
It's anything and just explodes it. No.
All right, Skitzafranik, what have you been up to this week?
Oh my god, man!
Not that thing, the other thing. Not the thing you do behind closed doors. The other thing.
You can't talk illegal stuff on the show.
No, of course
you
not.
can. I'm just saying, like, remember, it has to be legal in Russia.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, it's just been a lot of it's been a busy summer overall. So you guys know I didn't make it to Atlanta Comic-Con for unfortunate family circumstances. So been dealing with that, but it's all wrapped up for the most part and trying to get back to that con life.
Nice.
Other than that, I've had a couple of DJ gigs that's been taking my time away from cosplay 100%. So
get paid.
So yeah, and I've been just gathering my material and everything I need to finish these last few cosplays that I'm planning to do for this weekend. So
nice.
You realize you have like by the time this comes out, you'll be in your first one if you're going Friday.
Yeah.
Are you going Friday?
I'm going Thursday. So yeah.
Oh shit! Then you will have already been dressed. So.
Oh sweet. All right, cool.
Well, so.
But I am a time traveler, so it works.
Hey.
A little history. You were at our Atlanta Comic-Con show last year, right?
That's where we met him.
First one, yes.
Okay, so he was at our first live performance, and this guy came with like so much energy. It was awesome. And then you came to our DRAGONCON show.
Yep.
And you missed Atlanta Comic-Con this year.
Right.
Which was an odd show. I'll say that.
Because
It
you
was
were
weird.
Oh,
It was funny, but it was weird.
About par for the course.
Yeah. But DRAGONCON, Brandon will be there this year. We'll have the
yeah.
whole crew.
Awesome.
And you're going to be in the audience, right?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right,
I
so...
can say hell yeah, right?
Fuck yeah.
No, I mean fuck yeah. Fuck
Well,
yeah.
there is a thing that to get more people to come, I think it was like 100 or something. If they come, Travis and I are gonna chest bump in midair and see what happens.
Yeah.
As long as somebody gets a slow-mo video of it, I'm okay with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We're
For sure.
totally
Like 5 times my size.
For sure.
He doesn't know yet, probably. I don't know if he knows.
So,
He's listening.
from
He'll find out in a
third
second when
party-
he catches up.
Right, from a third-party perspective, looking in, how would you... what would you say to advertise the Nerds from Work show, like our live show?
What would I say?
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna go up to somebody and like, hey, you like nerdy stuff? Obviously, if you're at a convention or something like that,
That's given.
and you work, right? Most people work. So what about you put the two together? The Nerds from Work. Let's join them, and then I'm gonna get them to come to your to the panel.
Damn, you sold me. Why don't you just take my wallet? So, we love the energy that you bring. Every time that you're in the audience, it seems rowdy. So why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about what you do and how you actually made it onto our show?
All right. So, a little bit of background behind Skitzafranik DJ and cosplay. I've been DJing for about 8-9 years now. I was a producer before that, and then I started cosplaying back in 2016 when I lived in Europe. Star Wars Celebration in London was my first
that's dope.
time that I cosplayed at, and I just did it as a last minute thing. Like it was literally the night before the flight because I was flying from Germany to London, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna cosplay. So I just threw something together, whatever I had in my basement. It was an old robe that I had. It's actually my profile picture on my Instagram, Skitzafranik cosplay. It was that I just decided to throw together, and it worked out great because I got actually interviewed by BBC News there.
Shit.
With some other 501st members, and I was like, no, I'm not a part of 501st or anything. I just like Star Wars. So,
Talk about tripping into fame, dude. Like,
So,
Just stumbled into it.
yeah.
one of our other fans of the show, Adam, he actually is in the 501st, right?
Just rejoined.
But he likes to say like, "Oh, Jason's super nerdy," and then the other day he posted a picture and he's like, "I'm so proud to be back with my unit." And if you just read right, like the profile description and like didn't look at the picture, you'd be like, "Oh, he joined the military. Like he went back to his military unit."
yeah.
The picture is of him as a stormtrooper, and I was like, how are you? Don't go casting stones, right? Like, you want to say somebody's super nerdy, but then at the same time, you have the same level of love for a fictional military unit. Like,
I don't know, man. It's something about Star Wars. I don't know what it is. So actually, today I went out to buy some last minute cosplay items, and I saw a poster, Empire Strikes Back, on clearance, and I was like, I'm buying it.
Hey,
I
nice.
have no idea where I'm gonna put it, but I just had to get it.
But you own it now. That's all that
I do.
matters.
It's mine. Exactly.
You'll find
so
it.
you do cosplay. What are some of your favorite ones you've done?
So I'm gonna probably say that it's become my favorite because it's my most popular cosplay that everybody knows me for, and that's my Avengers version of Nick Fury. So that's the one that I came up with on the show. And that one was actually just kind of put together. I think I had 95% of everything that was needed for the cosplay already in my house. I think the only thing I bought was the
Eye patch.
the shield and the Fury patches, the eye patch, and one more thing. I had to
Band-Aids.
get. And I had
I have
everything else
about
already.
95% of what I need to do He-Man in the bedroom.
Keep going.
Edit that out.
Yeah, I'll take
I
that
was
part
gonna
out.
say.
That's fine.
But yeah, it's that's my favorite because it's the most popular, and that's what most people know me for. And it's a good time to be Nick Fury because Marvel is up and coming and very popular, so that helps. And then the other ones that I have that I've made kind of on a whim, like my 14th Doctor, that was kind of like a literally a last minute thing that I did for DRAGONCON last year. And my Hit Mandalorian, I did that one. I had bought the helmet, finished it, and I started working on the armor to have a Mandalorian Mercs actual full up cosplay, but that just took too much time to try to finish up, and I had to improvise with just the finished helmet. So I allow the Hit Mandalorian. So there you go.
Right
So
there you go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
last year.
So are you able to? I don't know much about cosplay. Okay, I only really do that every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night. But so when you do cosplay for conventions, is it like a big secret? Like you can't tell people because you're gonna surprise someone, or like give us a little background on that.
So some of the cosplay friends that I've made in the community since I've been doing it, a lot of them, they'd like to keep at least one secret cosplay, for whatever their reason is. Me personally, I can tell you what my cosplay is gonna be. I don't think I've ever had a hidden cosplay. Now I'm thinking about it.
So what are you planning for DRAGONCON then?
So, not in any particular order, but this is what I'm planning for DRAGONCon. Super Mario.
Nice.
Hip Hop Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
I've already cleared it with Hip Hop Trooper, and he gives a 100% stamp of approval.
Hell
on it.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Nice.
Yeah, that guy is cool. I saw him last year.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You gotta follow it.
It's cool that you like actually get his like approval though. That like it's close enough like
courtesy. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's his thing. You know, he started it, so you know how social media kind of goes sideways sometimes, and something gets out there where it's like, hey, this guy's trying to bite your style or whatever. He's already known about it. He already told me, he was like, hey, I can't wait to see it. So that's what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to bring the Avengers version of Nick Fury again, and there's a fourth one. I can't remember exactly which one.
Keep that one a secret.
Can't remember.
Right.
Can't remember.
No, I honestly don't remember which one I said I was going to do. So
It's all that weed beer.
You've been doing cosplay for a little bit now. How many places have you been to do cosplay? Like, how many different locations?
Surprisingly, it's only been in London. When I lived in Germany, I started my own convention in the Netherlands, Tri-Border NerdCon.
Yeah.
I actually have a Facebook page, and I think they have a website still. I'm not sure. But that was in 2016 when I started it, and they made it a yearly thing where it's been going on ever since. So
That's
I think
dope.
this year it's in October. I tried to pimp the organizers and say, hey, you guys got Instagram or Twitter or something like that, and nobody responds to me. I guess like half the people don't know who I am anymore. But it's all good. So I am the Godfather. So
Yo, that's awesome.
That's amazing. I saw a picture of you in Dubai, so I thought maybe he's been out there doing this as well.
I wasn't cosplaying in Dubai, but I was
working.
I was DJ when I was out there.
He's buying his next supercar.
Yeah. It's 1/16 scale and it's on my shelf.
Were you driving it from one skyscraper to another skyscraper in the middle of a birthday party for a 29-year-old?
It's the most
just like this.
most ridiculous freaking scene that whole stupid movie.
Style.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious style.
Yeah, and the other, I think the other place I've been was just here in Georgia. That's pretty much it.
Sweet.
Started on such a high note, and then you ended with Georgia.
Well,
So do you have...
I'm sorry. A little bit about me. I was born and raised here in Atlanta actually, but I live a little bit outside of Atlanta right now. But all my family lives here in Georgia still. My career that I chose decided to take me elsewhere and a couple places all over the world. So full circle, it brought me back home. Seems like. So.
International spy. Got it.
Yeah, my career took me a few shitholes and then dumped me back out here.
Yeah, I've been in those shitholes too. I know how you feel.
Whatever. But so, any questions about cosplay, guys?
I got one. Do you typically like budget for it, or is it like how? Because I've seen some cosplayers who just kind of have a fixed budget in mind and just kind of work within that range. Like, how often do you blow past your budget in cosplay?
For me, I don't never set a budget because most of the stuff that I plan to cosplay, I make myself. So I have a like a workshop in my garage with pretty much every tool every basic tool. I'm gonna say every tool. And I kind of refuse to pay for stuff that I know how to do. So that's just me. So
You and Jason would get along really well.
Say what?
Hey, I'm cheap on purpose. Okay? I just feel like I can make a lot of shit, okay?
Yes, exactly. I feel you, Jason.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Why do I need to buy things if I can make things?
Exactly.
No, because like some of the and there's a lot of love and skill that goes into this, and I really think some of the more impressive guys, if they've taken cosplay from just straight cosplay to actually building a career out of it to the point where they're like, invited to actually make costumes.
Yeah. Ebony Warrior Studios is one of my guys.
Yeah, Ebony,
and
nice.
his cosplays are amazing.
Yeah.
Like I actually I forgot which cosplay it was. I had a couple beers in me when I saw him at DRAGONCON last year, so I was checking his stuff out in person, and yeah, it's amazing. He's actually I'm gonna say he probably has a credit for me taking cosplay to the level where I am now because season 1 of Cosplay Melee on Sci-Fi Network, I sat down and watched that when I moved back to America, and I was at a friend's house, and I just happened to be watching it because I was waiting on my house to be ready for me to move in, so I was at their house, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And then I watched every episode of that in like 2 days.
Yeah. I think it was his Sobek he did, right? That one, right there.
Yes.
He did this, and my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wow, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, that kind of skill right there, man. It takes a lot to actually go into that and pay attention to all that detail and stuff like that.
But cosplay is an art. Like, I mean,
yeah, definitely.
It's an art. So there are going to be good artists, and there are going to be people who just like to draw. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who are great at drawing, and then there are people who are like, well, I just like to draw, and I don't really give a shit what it looks like.
Yeah.
So,
I have a question, kind of along those lines. I watched a video on YouTube with the dude from MythBusters. What's his name? The blonde.
Adam Savage.
Yeah.
He was doing like a cosplay thing as one of the Knights of Ren with a dude. He like had a professional cosplayer like make a Knights of Ren like outfits for both of them. And the guy there, the guy he was like working with did a lot of like 3D printing stuff. What are your like thoughts, I guess, on utilization of like 3D printing instead of like hands-on crafting of like foams and materials and stuff where they just 3D print it, model over the top, and paint over the top of like one of these 3D printed materials?
So, for me personally, I mean, if you have it, great, use it. But getting a 3D printer, that's kind of expensive. And
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, they're a little bit cheaper nowadays, but still, people may not make too much money, but they still have that love for cosplay, showing off their art and their skill that they have. If you can craft it, more power to you. If you have the 3D printer or you have access to a 3D printer, you can get it printed. Do that too. And whatever you can get access to and get your artwork out there that you're trying to show, I'm all for it. I'm never going to tell any type of artist out there, whether it be a cosplayer, a drawing artist, or anything like that, that you need to do this or do that, because I actually see that a lot, and I hear it from my other cosplay friends that people come up to them and they say something like, "You don't really fit this character," or whatever it may be. They don't have that appreciation for that art, that they're trying to present, or whatever they're trying to represent at that moment.
Yeah, I feel like that's common in like a lot of art, and that's why I wanted to get your opinion on it. Because like anytime new like photography, for instance, like, people like shit on people for using a DSLR, like a digital camera, and like, oh, that's not film, like that's not real photography. And it's like, I didn't know if that same like thing existed within the cosplay world.
Oh yeah.
It does.
See,
Yeah.
there's hate
Well, the
in
elitist and
all,
everything, right?
in all art.
Yeah, that's true.
Every aspect of everything, there's going to be hate.
Yeah. I just didn't know if it was like in terms of like 3D printing, or if it was like, oh, you're just playing, whatever character or whatever.
No, it's unfortunately you have those few that are out there, but I mean for the majority of it, everybody's gonna support each other. I have so many cosplay friends out there now. It's just crazy that I sit there and think about it, just knowing that I just started doing this for the first time here in Georgia at Atlanta Comic-Con last year, and I already know so many people, and so many people know me. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I love it.
You guys seem to be like a real tight-knit community after a while, because you start to see like one of you post, everybody else posts, you repost each other. It's like you can go down a rabbit hole of like 87 people in an hour. And you're like,
Oh yeah.
It's
It's just,
like, back up.
All right, so let's get into tonight's beatdown. Now that we have a feeling for cosplay and we're talking up DRAGONCON, because where are we going to be this Saturday, Tank?
The Hilton, Gallery 6 at 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's in the
Bitches.
basement.
Basement
Saturday,
hall.
Dirty blankets.
Saturday, 11:30, Hilton,
Hilton.
Gallery
Basement
6.
squad.
Odds are we're going to be drunk.
It's a very strong
yes.
possibility.
I know I'm going to be drunk then.
Perfect.
It is a very strong possibility.
You're not
And
drunk.
we
You're
will have
coming to the
hat
basement
on.
squad.
Can I
What's
bet
up,
money that you will be drunk?
So you have to be drunk if you're coming to the BS, the basement squad.
The BS Basement Squad. I love it.
Nice.
Naru will have that hat on, and we're going to walk through the Hilton shoehorning people.
Hey, can I just get a hat that says like basement squad on it?
Basement Squad. I love it.
Basement squad, 11:30. No explanation.
There's
Don't
no
worry
way.
about the hole in the door. Don't.
That's actually a great idea. Like basement squad, 11:30. Don't miss it.
Hashtag Basement Squad. So now that we're all hyped on DRAGONCON, let's all go over one cosplay that we definitely want to see at DRAGONCon, and then my favorite topic, one cosplay you don't want to see at DRAGONCon.
Oh.
Oh, this is difficult.
Damn, that is a hard one for me, bro.
Okay, so let's start with what we do want to see. Tank.
So I'm a sucker for seeing obscure characters from like anime or games or stuff that I love. So like for whatever reason, the first thing, because I was watching it today, was Critical Role. There's like any of their guest characters. Like they had one Rini was on. They have a character named Twiggy that was on. Like any of those like obscure characters that like they know the vast majority of the people aren't gonna get it, but they do those cosplays for like the 6 people that can be like nice cosplay, and those are the people. Those are the true heroes.
Those are fun to see when you're part of
know
those.
what they are.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Like I remember there was this guy, Jason and I were walking around looking at some books, and I turned and saw this guy who was dressed in, if you guys know the Miraculous cartoon on Netflix, with the girl who's like in a cat outfit and this dude in a black outfit.
Cat Noir. My son watches it.
Yeah, Cat Noir. Most people don't know that guy. Like they don't know that at all. And I saw this dude, and I'm like, whoa! I'm like, dude, that is nice. I mean, I'm so impressed with that. That's amazing. Good stuff. You can see it on his face, the recognition. Hey, somebody knows this.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's amazing. You know, and because everybody else is looking at all the other stuff, you know, all the superheroes, everybody
Mainstream
knows.
stuff.
So the recognition that you can give these people definitely goes a long way.
Because
Sometimes
they're
everybody's
hard
just pretty
to like niche things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things that they love.
Right.
I definitely
What everyone loves.
Yeah, and I got a picture with the guy, and I took it home and showed him, hey, look what I saw at Dragon Con. Oh my God, that's nice.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can,
you gotta
yeah.
take me next year. No.
No, it's our panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really want to see a judge, like
A proper judge.
a proper judge from Judge Dredd.
Okay, I was making sure I was on the same page.
Not necessarily Dredd though. Like I don't want to see Dredd, but I want to see how the judges all have their last name. I want to see a different last name, but that outfit, but done well. Not some guy who's like, oh, this is super cool, and it's like falling off of him. I want to see someone where you look at him and go, or her, I don't give a shit. Like, damn, that person really could be a judge. Like,
Yeah.
like a super
Like this person
badass
actually looks intimidating. Like
You're right. Yeah.
Like if you did something wrong, you would run from this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see that. Like, judges are, I love them.
Judges are always cool.
I figured out what I want. I
Go
want
for
to
it.
see a multi-person mythical creature cosplay.
Such
Like,
as
you know how they'll have like costumes where it's like 2 people or a horse or whatever, but I want to see like 5 people or a fucking dragon. That's what I want to see.
I think
Chinese dancing dragon just fucking going.
that has been at DRAGONCON. I don't remember what year, but I've seen pictures of it.
Possibilities, you
That's
know, like
dope.
2 people are wings, someone's a body, someone's like working them out, they're sitting on top of each other, like
Megazord.
someone's just a tail lying around hitting.
All I can think is Little Rascals when they're in that trench coat. Like,
you have all these guys in DRAGONCON who show up and they're like, to be honest, they're like troops of people. So that's definitely a possibility. Somebody.
I think it'd be amazing. Like
Would you be
it's
upset?
a full like Cirque du Soleil dragon,
Whoa.
nonstop,
Keep
walking
your
around.
eyes peeled. You might just see that this year.
Would
Technology
you
is
be upset
very
if you
advanced.
saw the 3 kids sitting on each other's shoulders from the Little Rascals? Does that count?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I love that.
That would
Or
be
even
great.
Incredible Role, right? There was a character that was like 4
Kobolds?
kobolds that were like wearing a jacket with a hat. Like that shit would be funny too.
Yeah.
Like, they just have their face painted, but like they're just dressed up as person or an old lady in like a gown or something.
Yeah.
I think I want to see something I'm almost certain I'm going to see, but I'm looking forward to seeing how well it's done anyway. I want to see as many characters as I can from the Boys TV show. Like I want to see like Homelander, I want to see Deep, I want to see Queen Maeve, I want to see all of that. Like let's see how many people can show up and represent and present the Boys. Like, yep.
Dude, I would bet at least 5 people. At least 5 different people.
You're going to see an A-Train. You're gonna
Definitely
see,
A-Train all over the damn place.
yeah, you're gonna see a lot of A-Train.
I want to see like a badass black noir. Like that was the only guy in the entire who wasn't owned. Like it was just
So Brandon, I went to Atlanta Comic Con, right? And one of my favorite cosplays that I saw this year, Steve from season 3 of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Brandon Scoops Ahoy. Like, I was like, damn, like, that's awesome.
Yeah, like I would enjoy that, but I would love like a 6-person dragon. Like I'd be stoked on it. Literally anything. But like,
What are you looking for, Skids?
All right. So last year, I was hoping I would see Show Enough from The Last Dragon, and I did. So that really made my day.
okay.
So this year, I think what I want to see is someone cosplaying either Matt Tracker or another character from the cartoon 80s show Mask.
Wow.
that would be
Wow.
With the deep cut. With the deep cut.
Damn, dude, Mask?
Yeah, that was my
This is
shit.
what happens when you like invite a pro onto the show. He knows what he's talking about.
Dude,
He's
I
like,
like,
yo, what I really want to see is from the 1980s Godzilla cartoon, episode 3, season 2.
now that cartoon was my jam back in the day, man.
Oh yeah, when they
Boys.
had what was the little dragon's name? That guy was good.
I can't remember his name. It was like his nephew.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It was like Godzilla's nephew.
and he would like hang out with the humans because he's like human size.
It was like Craig or something, right?
Yeah, Craig from
Craig, top flight security of the world, Craig.
Gojira and Craig.
Man, those guys were pretty good. That cartoon was pretty good.
Oh,
It just
man.
Mask. That was
Mask.
yeah.
Damn.
That is definitely a cut from way back. That's man. Yeah.
I
If I
think
see
that-
it, I'm gonna take a picture and look for
Yeah.
you. Like, yo.
I think back in like the early 2000s, like 2004, 2005 or something. I ordered the entire season on eBay,
Nice.
and it wasn't like real, like somebody like recorded it. Like,
it was a hot copy.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, exactly. But I got it from you.
If you pay more than $1, you overpaid, my friend.
I got paid like
Hot copies are $1 for a movie, $5 for a season.
Yep.
You remember the ones that had like 8 movies on one disc, and you're like, how the hell do they do this?
Yep.
Because it's hot copy. Duh.
Yep.
Wait, was his name Gadzuki?
There was
The second year, I think his name was Gadzuki.
I think that sounds right. Some of the cartoons.
It was something weird like that. The second year really got me thinking about it.
Speaking of cartoons, so I'm super excited because I just found out that Spider-Man and Friends is coming to Disney Junior.
That's great.
Wait, you said Spider-Man?
Spider-Man
And
Friends.
Okay, so not just Spider-Man, not just TV show Friends. Okay.
No,
They're still going to be out of Central Park.
he
So-
makes Jennifer Aniston half the time.
Hanging upside down. It's
It's whatever. But I'm super excited about that because when I was a kid, Spider-Man and Friends was the thing. But he was with like the Human Torch and Bobby Drake and all them. Now it's Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales.
Oh,
we're not like it hasn't happened anymore.
nice.
That's so sad.
But my son can watch it, and I'm stupid.
There you
I
go.
was looking forward to seeing that in real live action.
Did you say it's gonna be on Disney Junior or Disney Channel?
Disney Junior.
Whoa.
Also,
It's gonna be like a preschool show.
Yes, and I'm so excited.
That's gonna be dope.
I'm pushing
I think I'm gonna have my
Spider-Man
kids
on my
watch
son
it.
so bad. And my wife's like,
You are.
but I thought you liked Captain America. I do, but that's me, not him. Like, no, not everyone can be fucking Captain America in this damn house.
If he wants to show up at DRAGONCON one day and cough there with his son and go, "Where you from, kid?"
it was like, that movie is so old, I don't even get that right.
Oh my God, Brandon, you break my heart. That's true. It's gonna happen.
It's so true.
Hey, Dad, do you remember that really old movie, Avengers?
Back to the Future. I didn't really watch Back to the Future. I'm kind of young compared to everybody.
Oh my God, that is annoying. At the
But
end,
you know, if you got Stars on Demand, you can get the entire Back to the Future trilogy right now.
Ooh.
Guess I know where my weekend's going. Sorry.
Well, where Brandon's going, he doesn't need roads. So let's get into. Wait, let's get into what we.
I do have
don't-
I have one honorable mention, and it goes
Okay.
back to what I was drawing, and it's the people whose creativity goes off the charts is when they take a character and then they mash it with something else. So like a Samurai Link, like or doing like a Western Mario or whatever.
Like Princess Batman.
Or okay, maybe. That guy was you know the guy from Atlanta Comic Con last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was massive.
Dude, yeah.
Whoa, did you guys ever see that dude, the zombie Star Wars trooper?
Yeah.
Zombie Trooper?
I know that dude.
I love that concept. Like, it was just like it made so much sense.
I love
His name's Charles.
My honorable mention would be good Power Rangers. Like you'll see 100 million Power Rangers at DRAGONCON, but there are always those that are like, oh, that's really sick. Like,
Like the real Green Ranger.
Yo,
yeah.
talk about deep
Buddy
cuts.
of mine, he's gonna cosplay Green Ranger.
Hell
He's,
yeah.
like, very passionate about it.
The thing about Power Rangers though is sometimes you run into some guy who's really good, looking good in his outfit, and I don't ask
He's doing what now?
somebody who looks really good in their outfit, right? But I don't have.
With the camel
So
tail.
he's looking right.
He looks right, but
It's
here's
about 11. It's about 11 o'clock. He looking right.
Do you guys
The
remember I asked
motorcycle
somebody
in the
one
right
time?
spot.
You guys remember one time we were at DRAGONCON, I saw this Green Ranger dude, and I was, took a picture with him, and I asked the question, like, so did you make that? And he goes, no, I bought it, and it was an awkward silence for a second.
Yeah.
And I realized, don't ask a cosplayer if he made this stuff, just say it looks good.
Dude.
You could have some of those weird moments.
Talking about Power Rangers and deep cuts, I want to see somebody do their ninja costumes from the 2000 movie. I want to see some of the ninja Power Rangers, bro. Hell yeah. Freaking frog, yeah.
Even like not the actual like suits they got at the end of the movie, where after
No.
like you're talking about like the jumpers. Right?
Yeah, the when they're like.
Where it was it went like this mysteriously.
Yeah.
Like, they had no hands.
As soon as they started fighting, it's just like all of a sudden their hood and the mask is up. Yeah, it's
Yeah, like it made no sense.
Like the headbands and 100%.
That brings up my honorable mention. I want to see a good like age appropriate Three Ninjas.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
That would be so good.
Next year, are we cosplaying adult appropriate Three Ninjas? Like
I'm
age
fucking
appropriate.
down. I'm fucking down.
You shouldn't even wait till next year. You should do it like a different kind.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it this year.
Dude, as they grew up.
Who's gonna be the grandpa? Who's gonna be the grandpa, dude?
Dad.
Oh, dude. Oh, that's.
You got the cane and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be Colt, right? Like the blue one.
Definitely Tom, dude.
Oh wow.
That's so awesome.
I could eat fucking Twizzlers all day.
Yeah, as Tum you'd have to have Twizzlers.
Twizzlers. Look, we're coming in the game hot, dude.
Dude, that's so great.
That's
But,
what
like,
I love it, man. Bring the
outfits-
energy.
Yeah, Skits, what would a Three Ninjas adult, not adult like rated X, but like an age appropriate Three Ninjas look like to you?
Fucking awesome.
You gotta have heroin needles sticking out of your arm.
You have it'll be the point where you hit the rough patch and you went down in a hole and you like let yourself out and then you're like really into fitness and stuff like that.
Like Tom's still trying to wear the same yellow jumper. Same size.
Someone could dress up as that wrestler who was in the third or fourth one.
Yeah, in the fourth one, Hulk Hogan.
Three Ninjas kicked back and then after that it just kind of went down a dark hole.
Oh, wait, horrible. Hulk Hogan ruined it.
Three Ninjas kick back, Three Ninjas knuckle up.
Yeah, and then
And then they went to like the Indian reservation or whatever.
Yeah.
and then High Noon at Mega Mountain.
High
Noon. That's what
It was like a different cast of ninjas at that point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How many times have we rabbit holed Three Ninjas?
Several times over the last few months.
We could go surf ninjas though.
What's
We
up?
could surf ninjas.
I've already thought about that from Puzzle's house.
Surf ninjas. is the shit.
Surf
I can
Ninjas
bring-
Rock
I can bring
Schneider's
the Switch.
first.
Yeah, I can bring the Switch as the Sega Genesis. Yeah.
Game Gear.
Dude, and then Rob Schneider. Well, what if I lost my power? Oh gosh.
That's good. That chair.
Okay, let's before we get into too many ninja rounds. Okay, gosh, me and Brendan can do this.
Dude,
for hours.
Surf Ninjas? What the fuck is this? This looks incredible.
Dude, Surf Ninjas is that shit with Ernie Reyes and Ernie Reyes Jr. and Rob Schneider.
What?
Okay, what do we not want to see? Okay, first off, I don't want to see an adult, age-appropriate Three Ninjas because you're stealing from us.
Yeah.
You listen to this and you ruined it.
Yeah, Tank, what do you want? What do you not want to see?
Shit, I don't know. Is there anything I don't want to see?
Well, I got stuff I don't want to see.
Go for it.
Naru, what do you not want to see?
I don't want to see that evil Superman kid from that movie. No
Oh,
one should.
Bright or whatever.
Oh, that would be sick though. If some kid dressed up as Bright, that would be sick.
I don't want to see that. Like, just. I'm not a fan of the movie. I'm not a fan of the concept. I think it's BS. But if you like it, have at it. Personally. Also, don't want to see no He-Man cosplays. Thank you.
So I should leave that out.
Yes, you should. Leave that at home. Kelsey can have it.
So you don't want to see any He-Man cosplays, but you'd be happy to see an Orko cosplay.
Orko works anytime.
Man.
Especially if you can actually levitate. Like if you can actually come up with an illusion where I don't see your feet.
You just have like the morph suit,
Yeah.
legs, and then everything visible.
Suit, ears, eyes, we're good.
Oh, man.
All right, Brandon, what do you not want to see?
I don't want to see any like creepy like kid ones, like The Grudge or something. That would suck. I hate that's like so scary to me. I'd be terrified if I saw a kid walking around like The Ring or whatever, The Grudge, any of the like any horror movie.
That would be so. That would be such a good cosplay, though.
Like it would be good. Like it would probably get a lot of people to like shock value or whatever. But like I might turn around and punch a little kid in the face. Because I don't. So.
Eye to eye.
Yo,
We're the same size, so I should be allowed to, but that's not okay.
you got a beard, man. You can't get away with that.
Exactly. I would go to jail. And, I'm like, this little girl is bigger than me. I don't want to see that. And like, all right, I'm on the fence of like a Chitara one, because like I feel like if there was like the paint and stuff might be super scary to me. But like it might work. Like someone might be able to do it really well. And then it'd be
I know someone who pulled it off.
Who pulled it off? See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like I think I just have so low faith in like full body paint because I know I can't do it. But there are people out there that like are makeup artists basically, and they can do it. So like I'm actually I don't know if I would be happy or sad. I'm just like curious. I want to see it happen.
I think if you go check out Mom the Cosplayer on Instagram.
Mom the Cosplayer.
Mom the Cosplayer. She pulled it off. She lives up in the New York area. She pulled it off.
Look at it right now.
All right. Yeah, hers actually look really, really good.
Let me Google it.
She's a really good friend of mine too.
What I don't want to see, and you guys, please feel free to chime in if you think I'm wrong. I'm tired of Deadpool. Like shitty Deadpool where they go buy a Deadpool costume from Walmart and then put like the Hawaiian shirt on and then just walk around all day.
See, so that's
I'm kind of fucking over Deadpool right now.
I just want it's got to be creative. You got to do something with Deadpool that no one else has done.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of people put thought into cosplays like that because they want to cosplay, but they also want to party and have a good time. So they're like torn. It's like if I want to go full cosplay or do I want to go full casual. So I think it's a little bit easier for if you're not gonna have that much clothes on. So I don't know. This is my opinion.
I'm Mom the Cosplayer.
I'm over.
Akatsuki stuff is good, right?
Huh?
Her Akatsuki cosplay is really good.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what? Okay,
It's legit.
I'm looking it up now.
Okay, well, I will stay professional and not be on social media. I just feel like
Profession is social.
everyone does like a take on Deadpool, and don't get it twisted. I've seen some great Deadpools, but they're 90% of them are just people who go buy that body suit.
Yeah.
And then just walk around in it.
With no accessories or anything like that.
Yeah, no accessories, no like real thought went into it. They just buy the Deadpool
But
suit.
I mean, to each their own, and a lot of people actually have that much love for Deadpool. Like they love the hell out of Deadpool.
Deadpool is everybody's jam. So
yeah, it's like
you're never gonna get that wish, Jason.
I know. I'm just tired of it.
So
what about Lady
Why
Deadpool?
the first thing you're gonna see at DRAGONCON is gonna be a dozen Deadpool running past you. So brace yourself.
So last year, the first thing I saw was a dad dressed up as Robin and a kid dressed up as Batman, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So speaking of Deadpool, at Atlanta Comic Con last year, my wife went with me. She doesn't cosplay. She's not into it at all, but she did wear one of my Deadpool shirts, and we walked into the vendor hall, and it was a gang of Deadpools there. And I kind of convinced them, like, you got to get a picture with them. She's like, I don't want to take any pictures. She does not like taking pictures. And I was like, you kind of got to. You have the shirt on, and there's 12 of them right there. They want a picture with you. So it was a very awkward moment for her, but she enjoyed it.
Yep.
I just feel like it's played out. But what do you not want to see, Skitzafranik? Coming from the professional, what do you not want to see?
He wants to see it all, but hey.
Well, yeah, that's just me. It's like I appreciate all cosplays, and there's not really anything that I don't want to see.
Okay, let me rephrase. What do you feel is played out?
Okay, let me see.
Deadpool.
Harley
I
Quinn.
don't know, man. Actually, I think Harley Quinn was popular, and it just kind of fell off because I didn't really see it at MomoCon at all. I think I seen like maybe one or two.
MomoCon isn't the place. Just wait 3 days, bud. You'll see a ton of them at track.
Well, dude, there's a lot of cosplay at MomoCon.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
more
but it's
anime.
mostly like anime and video games. Though.
Yeah.
Like that should have been my Hero Con when I went to MomoCon.
Oh yeah.
That's where like 50 or 60% of all the cosplays were My Hero Academia.
Damn. I mean, it's a dope ass show.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like that's super common now, though. Like when we went to New York Comic Con, it was all My Hero Academia.
Yeah, and then they just had My Hero Con down in Florida like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We saw some of My Hero stuff that was actually pretty good at Atlanta Comic Con.
Yeah.
Those girls that were like, what is it called? Gender bending?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were kind of cool. See, those I think are cool, where you see like an actual like male or female representation of the opposite.
Yeah. I love that stuff because it's the creativity that comes from your mind that you can put into it, and you're not, ashamed or to cosplay a female or a male if you're the opposite sex, So.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to like 100% copy exactly what's on the show or what's on the it brings the artistic side into it. 'Cause, like, what would a male version of this, one piece bikini look like or whatever?
Exactly.
Still
So
one piece bikini, maybe, yeah.
I think this year I'm just gonna cosplay one of the guys from Initial D and just dress normal.
I'll be the dad.
Hey Jason, this is what you need to do. Just get a shirt and it's like this is my cosplay.
Man. He was touching.
Oh, I already have one. It says I'm cosplaying as, and then it has my name on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's your
I wasn't
Nerd
sure
from Work shirt, isn't it?
That was our last year shirt, yeah. So I figured out what I don't want to see. So you have the people who are Deadpool with a t-shirt, okay, and then you have the people who have this massive 8-foot, on stilts, big ass cosplay. I'm good with both of those. The thing that I hate is the people who are right in the middle, who still go and sit in these big ass packed panels, but yet their cosplay just is either in the way or brush up against you. Because if you're an 8-foot cosplay, you're not going to sit into these Q&A panels, right? But if you're you've got these styrofoam shoulders or this big ass hat that's just all in the way, it's dude, you do your cosplay out in the open foyer, not when we're all sweating on each other and these they got these chairs shoved in.
You have definitely not been to Black Church. Just FYI.
Nice.
People are cosplaying in Black
my
Church.
aunties on the front row on first Sunday. That's what she's
Big old hat. All them feathers sticking out this direction. Every time the pastor preaches a hot sermon, you're like, that's when you see him. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's gone again.
That's pretty good.
And that is international black. It happens in Africa, man. In Nigeria, for real. That's normal. They got the hat. They call it the gilly. The gilly hat. Just
It happens in the Caribbean too, man.
For real, bro. Look at Jason. Jason I got nothing.
I was gonna say it also happens in Bethlehem, except it's not just the hat. Sometimes people are just wider.
Wow. Too soon?
I'm just saying.
Too soon? Is that?
Bethlehem
Not too soon.
to clear up. Sorry.
I will. Whoa. Back up. I will say I am with you. If you're wearing something super complex, probably want to sit in the back, not really block.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Get out of the way.
All right, let's wrap this thing up and let's all say one thing we want to do at DragonCon, because DragonCon is coming up. It's coming. Brandon's got his flight. He's already packed a ton of stuff in a carry-on bag because he didn't believe in checked baggage. So you thought I was cheap. No.
No.
All right, so let's do an outro. One thing that we're looking forward to at DragonCon. Tank, tell them where to find you, buddy.
Yeah, you guys can find me at The Caped Critic all over the internet. You guys can find me at DragonCon, repping our new shirts. I wore them tonight. So we got here on the front. You'll see us on the front. Or you guys can see us on the back, right? Boom. So make sure you follow us around. We're going to be around. For those of you guys on audio, it's turquoise. So it'll stick out. There'll be like 7 of us all in a group. So
We were going to get a seafoam teal.
Dude, it's a very popular color right now, okay? I tried.
I'm colorblind.
Very noticeable.
So,
Brandon thought it was a white shirt. So.
yeah.
I like white.
But yeah, so this Saturday, 11:30 at the Hilton. I want to see at DragCon. I want to see all of you guys at our panel. That's what I want to see.
Wow, what a fucking cheap ripoff. All right, Rue, tell them where to find you, buddy.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TheNerd. And this DragonCon, not only am I looking forward to hanging out with my boys at our panel on Saturday night, but I am going to be taking part in something new. It's called the Blurs Unite panel. It's happening Sunday night. I'm still not sure how they asked me to be on it.
Because you're the only one on our panel who qualifies.
I probably, yeah, definitely, yeah. But it's Blurs Unite, because the Blurs Unite panel is happening in Hilton's Galleria 6 Sunday night. I think it's at 11:30.
Is it that late?
Let me check. Yep, 11:30. Yep.
Oh damn!
So I got 2 late nights ahead of me. Good thing I don't drink.
Sad thing you don't drink.
Yeah.
Brandon, Brandon's last. Hey, you guys can find me at Houdini0333 on Instagram and the old tweet machine. One thing I really want to do at DragonCon, I want them to have those LARP weapons, and I want to beat the shit out of Tank.
You do that every Thursday night with real weapons. I don't know why you need to do this on the weekend with foam weapons.
Okay, fine. I want to go to the LARP thing with those foam ass weapons, and I want to fight one person who thinks they know what they're doing.
Boom.
Boom. That's what I want to do. Oh yeah, and then join the basement squad on
Basement
Saturday
squad.
night at 11.
Basement Squad.
Basement squad. All right, Skitzafranik, tell them where to find you, my friend.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at Skitzafranik Cosplay. You can find me on Twitter at Skitzafranik DJ. You can find me on Twitch at Skitzafranik.
Hey.
And you can also send me emails if you want at schizophrenic@gmail.com. And I'm also on the DJ side on SoundCloud as Skitzafranik.
He mostly does
Facebook,
4-5-year-old birthday parties.
Oh yeah, Facebook too. It's Schizophrenic Cosplay. That's right. Forgot about Facebook.
All right.
And you will be able to find me Saturday, 11:30, Gallery 6.
Hey. Yep.
Yeah, man.
At the Hilton,
Basement squad.
at the Nerds from Work panel.
That basement
So come holler
squad.
at me.
Basement squad.
That's the sign right there. Basement squad.
Yes, like it.
You guys talking bullshit? No, basement
Nah,
squad.
man.
All right, better ingredients, better pizza. Brandon, tell them where to find you.
All right, DragonCon's coming up. And everybody's hungry for those fruits, like peaches. Not sure if the eggplant falls in that category, but maybe eggplants. So you can find me on Dragon Fruit at $425. And judging by the 1-star rating it has on Google Play, it doesn't work.
What? Like,
Oh my God.
It says you need internet access, and judging by this post, I have internet access.
What is dragonfruit.com?
There's actually an app. It's dragonfruitapp.com. You can find that geeky significant other in your life. And you can show off your geekiness. And it says you're more than left or right swipe.
I did hear about that.
wow.
Also, it doesn't work.
Okay,
Scroll to the reviews, Naru. Read the. I quoted like the first one on Google Play.
Oh,
Dude,
okay. I'm
that's
actually
so
on the website.
funny.
Hang on.
Oh well, yeah, they won't post any shit reviews.
No, they will not.
All right. Hey, you guys can find all of us at TheNerdsFromWork.com. You can follow our social media. You can follow all of our blog posts, anything like that. Naru, we give him a little section to speak there, but that's really the only place we let him talk. Hey, like Tank said, find us Saturday night, 11:30, The Basement Squad in Hilton, Galleria 6. Just come downstairs, look for people yelling at you in teal shirts, but if you're colorblind, they're probably going to be white. And hey, from all of us here at the workplace, peace.
Deuces.